Run it, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah.
Aloha. I'm Madriaga with Juggernaut Training Systems and JuggernautAI, and this is my 2022 USPA Nationals meet recap. Now, this was actually my 5th full power meet ever, my 4th using JuggernautAI, and my 1st as a Juggernaut athlete. So I was really excited going into this meet, a little on the nervous side. I really just wanted to make a great first meet impression with Juggernaut, especially since I am the oldest and the smallest guy on the team. Now, I had a lot of goals going in. Of course, going 9 for 9 would be really cool. If I hit some PRs along the way, awesome. But it's a bigger meet, it's Nationals. I wanted to play to win, or at least get on the podium. So the main goal was to stick to the program, follow JuggernautAI's attempt selections as closely as possible, and then execute those lifts to the best of my ability. So I really just wanted to do well. Now, I started the process for weigh-ins about 2 weeks before. I simply cleaned up my diet just a little bit, still kept the calories pretty high, just try to get them from better food sources. Now, the night before weigh-ins, I cut my food and my water intake at about 8 p.m., took a few hot baths, went to bed, woke up the next day just under my weight class, which is 82.5 kilograms or 181.8 pounds. Jumped on the plane, flew into Las Vegas, landed, went straight to weigh-ins, got on the scale, and weighed in at 81.1 kilograms or 178.8 pounds. So I was 3 pounds underweight, which was perfect. I really didn't want to deal with a stressful weight cut or drastic weight cut this time around, so my plan actually worked. And after that, I just went and got rehydrated, took in lots of fluids, lots of electrolytes, and went and ate all-you-can-eat sushi for my refeed, which was a great meal. And after that, went to Fight or Quit Gym to hit my last few comp technique sets for squat, bench, and deadlift, and they all moved great. I don't know if it was the 110-degree Las Vegas weather, but warming up was super easy. Lifts all moved really well. Nothing actually hurt. No joint hurt, nothing. And was really happy with everything. So going into Nationals, I was feeling super confident right up until the night before, because like clockwork, I could not sleep at all. And it's weird because I'm not a nervous person, but always the night before a meet, I can't sleep. I'm going over everything in my head, my lifts, my cues, what happens if I miss a lift. I'm just running through all these different scenarios in my head. It just keeps me up all night. So I slept as much as I possibly could, still woke up the next day, ready to go. Here we go, first lift. Squats. So my warm-ups on squats felt a little weird at first. Some didn't feel quite right. I don't know what it was because they were moving so well the day before. Now, I did drop my opener just a little bit for several reasons. Now, the first was I really just wanted to get on the board. I didn't want to bomb out at Nationals. Now, the second reason was I've been having lots of problems with my squat lately. Now, recently it's been feeling really good, but the last few months I've been having problems with it. And I actually injured my right leg on my opening squat last meet back in February. So I just wanted to, again, get that first lift out of the way. And the last reason was the judges at Nationals were extremely strict on depth. So I wanted to make sure I could bury this first squat. So went in, first squat, opening attempt, 205 kilograms or 452 pounds. Got 2 white lights, 1 red for not locking my right knee out all the way at the top of the lift. Now this actually moved pretty well, was still a little rough, but it felt better than the warm-ups. Now, second squat, 215 kilograms, 474 pounds. This one moved way better than the first squat, which was great. But I got 2 white lights, 1 red light. And ironically, that red light was for depth. And it was the first time I've ever been called for depth at any meet ever. Now, I knew it was going to happen eventually, but it was kind of a surprise to me. So again, going into that third squat now, I wanted to make sure I could bury this thing. So originally I wanted to go for 225 kilograms, but I dropped it to 222.5 kilograms or 491 pounds, which still would be a raw squat PR for me.
Aaron Rubio is up next on the blue platform with 479 pounds. He's looking at Texas in the back.
Now, this one moved pretty good. It was a little bit of a grinder, about midway through, but I still got it and ended up 2 white lights, 1 red, of course, for depth. But doesn't matter. All you need is 2 white lights, right? So I was really, really stoked about that. Again, it was a small raw squat PR for me, 491 pounds. This actually made me feel really good going into bench. The warm-ups on bench actually felt way different than the warm-ups on squat. The warm-ups on bench felt great. So I was, again, confidence at an all-time high. Went into my first bench attempt, 155 kilograms or 342 pounds. That one actually moved, no problem, 3 white lights. Second attempt, 160 kilograms, 353 pounds. Again, moved great, all white lights, and I knew it would. I've hit that for reps in the gym before. So again, going into that third bench, I was really, really confident. 165 kilograms, 364 pounds, and I got stuck in the mid-range again. Now this bench has eluded me for I think 3 meets now. I've hit it in the gym, but for whatever reason, 364 pounds always got my number. So next meet, one of the biggest goals is to get that on the platform finally. Now, really quick, I just want to thank my friend Charlie Ritchie, who was also competing there. She actually helped me with my my lift-offs for my bench. It was the second time she's done so, and she did a fantastic job. So thank you again, Charlie. Now, going into deadlift, again, still feeling pretty good. So far, was 3 for 3 on squats, 2 for 3 on bench. Going into deadlift, I wanted to execute, and I didn't think that would be a problem because deadlift is definitely my strongest lift. So going into warm-ups, felt pretty good. It was my first time putting any sort of heavy weight on the Kabuki deadlift bar, and it was different. It wasn't, not for bad or for worse, but it definitely felt a little bit different. So trying to adjust to that was, it wasn't tricky, but I'd say it was, again, it felt a little different. I needed to adjust and get used to that. So first attempt, 270 kilograms or 596 pounds, which I'm pretty sure was the heaviest I've ever opened with on deadlifts. And that moved super easy. 3 white lights, no problems. Now, second deadlift, 282.5 kilograms or 623 pounds was the heaviest second attempt I've ever done. It was actually just under my all-time deadlift PR of 285 kilograms. So again, second deadlift, just like the first, went up pretty quick, no problems whatsoever. 3 white lights. Was really confident going into my third, and I thought I would play it a little safe. I dropped my third attempt down quite a bit. I dropped it to 287.5 kilograms or 634 pounds. The main reason for this was not only did I want to get this third attempt, but it was still a PR. And most importantly, it would have secured an elite total for me, which was really, really important. It was one of my main goals. I don't know what happened because it broke the floor super easy, got to my knees, and then I lost my balance a little bit, fell out of position, and I kept trying to pull and it wasn't going anywhere, and slowly the tunnel vision started creeping in. So I just dropped the bar and almost felt like I was going to black out for the first time ever on a deadlift, and that was really weird. But, again, it happens, and it was bound to happen to me eventually. I dropped the first deadlift ever at a meet, and that was probably the only disappointing part, but I was still really happy with my second deadlift of 623 pounds. So as far as my total, I ended the meet with 665 kilograms or 1,466 pounds, which is a 22-pound meet PR for me. And also a new Washington State record for the Submaster division. My old record was 1,444 pounds, so I beat that again by 22 pounds, which was really cool. And as far as placement goes, that was probably the biggest shock because there were a lot of lifters there. I really couldn't pay attention to everybody's lift. I didn't know where I stood in the 82.5 kilogram weight class. So sitting there waiting for awards was kind of nerve-wracking. Like, oh, I wonder if I actually placed. That would be really cool. Now, ended up coming home with this. 2 second place medals. I actually got second place in the Open, which was really cool because last year I placed 5th, so I moved up, actually got on the podium for the Open, and the Submaster division I placed 2nd, which was a little bit of a bummer because last year I did win, but hey, I will go home with 2 second place medals any day. So did not come home empty-handed, and also I ended up in another surprise, placing 1st in both deadlift only divisions for the Open and the Submaster class, which was crazy because I only again hit my 2nd deadlift, which was 623 pounds. So I didn't even think I was in the running for either one of these. Now, as far as, overall, I can't complain. This meet went really well for me. The most important thing was totally injury-free. I actually didn't hurt at all the next day. I was really, really excited about that. Now, I still hit, again, a total PR, hit a Washington State record for my total. And I think everything else went really, really well. And I couldn't be more proud of myself. And, I did the best that I could and went out there and executed. So very, very happy with the outcome. Again, it's all thanks to JuggernautAI. This app has been a godsend for me. Again, it's allowed me to continue to train with my crazy work schedule, still compete. It's helped me all along the way. It's helped me become a far better lifter. And really, as far as thanking JuggernautAI, I really want to thank Chad and Marissa for taking a chance on me and bringing me on the team and believing in me. I really also want to thank my Juggernaut teammates because they were actually following along the live stream with me the entire time. They were, texting me the entire time. We were going back and forth with my, how my lifts felt, my attempt, selections and everything like that. So, they encouraged me along the whole way. I also really want to thank my wife because this was actually the first meet that she has flown out with me for. So it was really cool to have her in my corner. She was handling me backstage, helping me with everything from, warming up to, getting me food and handing me my ammonia and giving me a few back slaps now and again. So, I really want to thank her. She was a huge help to me backstage. And also, of course, I want to thank my friend again, Charlie Ritchie, for helping me with the liftoffs on bench. And if I've missed anyone else, my apologies, but I'll get you next time. So please follow along. My next stop will be IPL Worlds in October. If you want to follow along with that journey, again, I'll be using JuggernautAI for that entire prep. You can find me on Instagram, aaron.danger. Otherwise, check out the JuggernautAI. You will not be disappointed. Aloha.